I want to talk about the Chicago Bears going down to the in the hands of the Eagles. I know we all know really what happened at the final minute of the game, but I'm going to talk about the game in totality. I was going for the Bears. The Bears is my hometown team. It was a really good play, well played game by both defenses. Neither defense allowed the offense to get in rhythm. The Eagles played very well on defense. The Bears played very well on defense. It was a couple plays here and there that either team, could have made different. The Bears were able to get two turnovers. What that really surprised me that the Bears did not turn the ball over, but they got two turnovers and lost the game. Usually, especially in the playoffs, when possessions are limited due to teams running the ball and being a little bit more conservative. By the Bears getting those two turnovers, I thought you would go into a game and say, well, if my team at home get two turnovers and don't turn the ball over, we should win that game. It didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? And Nick Foles, he's real good under pressure. The two turnovers didn't bother him. The two interceptions didn't bother him. He just came out, in the next drive after that and the drive after that and just kept, pushing along, pushing along. You got to give a lot of credit to the Eagles. They battled down the stretch to even get in the playoffs. And then they got in the playoffs. They are a hot team. They got hot at the right time. We have seen this before in the past when Green Bay they got hot, and I believe that was 2000. Was it 10? Yeah, and they won the Super Bowl. And some other teams got hot down the stretch and was able to get in there and do some damage in the playoffs. It's not really about your record. It's not. I'm not gonna even say really. It's not about your record once the playoffs start. Once the playoffs start, everybody's 0-0. And I was seeing a lot of posts. Because I'm on Facebook with Bears Nation. I'm seeing a lot of people there saying the Bears should crush the Eagles. They're gonna beat them by 2 touchdowns. I was not part of that. Because I knew that the Eagles have championship pedigree. I know they have a lot of people injured, but they still have, they still got their coach. They still got the quarterback that actually took them to the that took them through the playoffs and won the Super Bowl last year. They got some people still on that team like Anshawn Jeffries and some of them other guys on the team that been through the wars, that been in those crucial playoff games last year, which carried them on through the playoffs. And this year, they really didn't have a lot of pressure on their backs. You know what I'm saying? All they had to do was just come in here, play a ball game, and see where the chips fall where they may. Now on the other side of the ball, I would have liked to see the Bears run the ball a little bit more. Give the Eagles a credit that they did stop Jordan Howard. I really can't fault Matt Nagy for not running the ball a whole lot. Tariq Cohen's not getting a lot of touches, kind of is a little surprising. But as the game go along, the coaches are not worried about who getting touches. They just run about the next play, the next play, the next play. And sometimes the game turns out that way. That Tariq Cohen's didn't get a lot of, I think he got four offensive touches or something like that. The game, you have a game plan when you go in, but when you get into the game, things change. You know what I'm saying? You may see different looks that this is better for this is better for that. Even, Matt Nagy, he said that he was using Cohen as a decoy too. So yes, you can use him as a decoy because teams are game planning for Tariq Cohen now. So you can't always get him the ball, you know what I'm saying? But you try to get him the ball as much as possible. Yesterday it called for 4 touches. You know what I'm saying? That's what they called for. I can't really fault the Bears offense on that end because they still had a chance to win the game. You know what I'm saying? I thought Mitch Trubisky played a well-played game. You always look at it like a play here and there, but everyone can look at that and say, well, if this went that way, this went that way. You could do that on both ends of on both sides of the ball with both teams. But I thought Mr. Trubisky showed me a lot. I thought he played a well played game. That last drive with what 50 something seconds left, he made some great throws. That's some growth for him. You know what I'm saying? Being taking that next step towards being a really good quarterback that the Bears can count on. Beyond being a game manager. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that you can say, well, this quarterback can win a game for us. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying this quarterback, let's hope the quarterback don't lose the game for us. So, you can take some consolation from that. Eddie Jackson didn't play. I guess he wasn't ready to play. He was dressed. The surprising thing was that Trey Burton didn't play. He said he woke up with a groin. That hurt the Bears offense because Trey Burton all year has been a staple in that offense. Getting even if he don't get real big plays, he will get extended plays by getting 8 yards here, 7 yards there, getting the first down there. He's more he does act as a possession receiver, but he's a tight end. He has he's strong like a tight end, but he's not a big tight end. He's kind of like that tweener, what Shannon Sharp was back in the day. Well, Shannon Sharp did come in the league as a receiver, and then they turned him into a tight end. But he has that type of body to where he got kind of like speed like a wide receiver, but he got a body build. His body is built like kind of like a tight end, but he didn't play, so that kind of hurt the Bears offense there. But not so much that the Bears couldn't win the game. You know what I'm saying? I know it came down to the kicker. He missed the field goal. It is what it is. I couldn't even see it. I left the room because I had no. I have no ill feelings towards Cody Parkin, but I didn't think he was gonna make it, and I just didn't have no faith in him. He missed 10 field goals in 1 year. That's a lot of field goals for a kicker to miss. I know people say, well, out of all the field goals they kick, missing 10 is a lot. That's a lot. And he was missing extra points too. Not only was he just missing field goals, he was missing extra points. They didn't put the extra point graph up there. I believe he missed like 5 or 6 of those. So yeah, I know even though the extra point try is a little bit further back than what it used to be traditionally, but he missed a lot of those. And it is what it is, man. You hate for it to come down to a kicker. You like for your offense and your defense to take care of the game and don't let it come down to the kicker. I'm a big component of, the Bears had a lot of plays for it not to come down to the kicker. You know what I'm saying? So you can look at it that way, or you can look at it the way that the kicker only has one job: make the kick. The kicker don't have to pass, don't have to run. They don't. I mean, they run on when they kick the ball off, but they don't have to, throw the ball, make a tackle. Most of the time, don't have to make a tackle. 99.99% of their job is be ready to kick the ball. Now, it was a 43-yard field goal. It wasn't a chip shot field goal, but it really wasn't no wind in Soldier Field. He said the wind was blowing from left to right. He was playing the wind. See, my thing is this. That can be iffy trying to play that wind, because if the wind is not blowing like really hard, you can't count on the wind to push the ball to where you want it to go. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what happened yesterday. I think he did say he was playing the wind, and he was hoping that the wind will push it back towards the middle. My advice to kickers is just kick the ball down the middle. Just kick it down the middle. Just kick it as accurate as you can and aim for down the middle. Because unless the wind is like so egregious to where, yes, the wind, I need to play the wind so it can help me. But if it's not blowing that hard, playing the wind is iffy, man. Because you never know how the ball is going to carry. You don't know if the ball is going to come back and go the way you originally thought it was going to go. Because of the wind is blowing left to right at that moment, once that ball's in the air, that don't mean it's blowing left to right at that moment. So it's kind of iffy playing the wind. But it is what it is. The Bears had a good season. They won 12 games. It sucks going out in the first round after winning 12 games. I remember back in 2005 when the Bears played Carolina, the Bears had 12 wins. That was a year that was another year that people didn't expect I didn't expect the Bears to do that good. They was winning those late ball games. You know what I'm saying? And they got into the playoffs. They had won 12 games. They played Carolina. Everybody knew that Carolina team was real good. Now, that Carolina team, in my opinion, maybe was more talented than the Eagles team due to the Eagles' injuries. But the Eagles got championship pedigree. You can't replace championship pedigree and that mindset and that mental strength that they had going into that game. They didn't care that they had to go travel to the Bears Stadium. They traveled last year and won the Super Bowl. So, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Hopefully next year, the Bears be able to make the playoffs and, do something. But you can't count on in football, unlike basketball. Well, basketball is the same way, but football is more of a high collision sport. You cannot count on having a good year the next year because the Bears did very well as far as injuries was concerned. Major injuries where guys had to miss a lot of games. I know Khalil Mack missed a couple games here and there. Some other guys missed some. Allen Robinson missed some games here and there. Some other guys missed some games here and there. But they didn't miss a lot of games. They didn't have They didn't have players on IR and missing the whole season. So football is a it's a game that you got to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? Even if the Bears come with the same roster next year, who knows what kind of injuries they will have to derail the next season. But it is what it is. Let me know what y'all think. I'm out.